Delta's been having a few days, slowly getting back to normal 5 days after a global IT outage. In an email message to customers this morning, the CEO says delays and cancellations are down compared to yesterday, and he anticipates cancellations today to be minimal. Tomorrow is expected to be a normal day with the airline fully recovered. The Department of Transportation is launching an investigation because of all of this.
Yeah, and for more on that, we bring in our legal expert, Whitney Traylor, back joining us. It's good to see you. It's been a little while. Thanks for coming back.
Yeah, I made it just in time. I missed all the hubbub.
Well, you didn't miss it. It's still here. So let's talk about this investigation, the Department of Transportation. Do they really have the kind of teeth here to look into and force Delta to change some of what they do?
Yeah, I think they do. And part of that is because, as we know, the airline industry in the past few years has just been horrific. And so they have more teeth, actually, the Department of Transportation and the FAA. And so they have investigatory powers and enforcement powers. And so we saw in the last couple of years significant fines that have been, I think Southwest was fined 30 times more than any other airline in 2022. So yeah, they definitely have the teeth, and they just started this investigation, so we'll have to see what they result. But they can hit them with fines, and they're trying to ensure that they both followed the law, but importantly followed their own customer service rules.
I would think this is going to take a while to investigate them, but I mean, I've been listening to stories of people, I mean, forget medication, things like that. A man with an electric wheelchair didn't have access to the battery, didn't have access to, I mean, children, minors traveling alone that couldn't get to where they needed to go. I mean, this is bad. But how many other airlines or other companies are also facing this kind of scrutiny?
Well, it's really bad, and Delta stands out because a lot of the airline industry almost all airlines were affected by this outage, but Delta is obviously still having those issues. So I think Southwest had an issue with flying 150 feet over the water. There were a number of different safety things happening at the same time. This is probably more under the FAA's jurisdiction, but those kind of things are being investigated as well.
Let's talk about the passenger's Bill of Rights. If you're involved in this, if you're affected by it, what are your rights? Because it has changed.
It has changed. And in fact, there was a bill passed in May, the FAA reauthorization bill. And so now passengers have a lot of significant rights. So they can, the airlines can be fined 3 times what they used to be able to be fined. So on an airline, it's about $27,000 per passenger, so that could be about $5 million per flight.
That doesn't go to passengers, though, right?
Yeah.
That's a fine. That doesn't necessarily help out the flyer.
That's correct. But for example, when Southwest was fined $140 million, it actually totaled $750 million because there were fines and then customer refunds. So that's one aspect of it. Families get to sit together free. Vouchers are good for 5 years. If there's a cancellation of 3 hours on a domestic flight or 4 hours on an international flight, they have to give you a cash refund without, and one significant part of that bill was that the customer doesn't have to request it. That is an automatic refund. So those are significant changes for the passenger.
My family doesn't want to sit with me for free.
They say, could you sit over there?
Right.
Would you take him?
You go back to 38E, we'll be up here.
In first class, right.
This is going to be interesting to follow, and we'll continue to do it. We'll
Yeah.
continue to talk with you about it as well. Whitney, it's good to see you again.
All right, thanks. Good to be back.